Today we're going to check how to use Bigrock as our email provider for TMail. We will start by purchasing an email account. Just follow the on-screen process. You will need to add your main domain here. Don't worry, you can add more domains later on. Register a new account or log in if you have an account with Bigrock. Complete the payment. You might see some different options for payment depending upon your country. Once you complete the payment, you will see a screen like this. Now head over to manage.bigrock.in. Log in with your account credentials and make sure you select Customer from the drop-down while logging in. We will need to verify our domain now before we can create the email account. You will need to add this several DNS records to verify and get it working with Bigrock. My domain is registered with Namecheap, but your DNS handler's interface might be slightly different. I have already added the MX record, so now we'll proceed with adding Cname records. Namecheap requires us to add only subdomain without the full domain name attached to it, but you might have to add the full subdomain with the main domain. Now we will add the TXT records. You will notice I used an @ symbol, but your DNS handler may require you to use the full domain name instead of the @ symbol. After you make the DNS changes, it might take anywhere from a few minutes to 8 hours for Bigrock to confirm your changes, depending upon your DNS handler, so just wait until you see all the red marks converted to green. Once done, scroll back up and go back to the dashboard. We will now add a new user, so follow the on-screen process. Email is now created. Now let's go to our TMail and put these details. You can note down the other settings and hostname, as it will be exactly the same for you, as you see on the screen. Now let's set up the catch-all so any email coming to that domain will be forwarded to our created email address. Make sure you add the email address correctly, otherwise, all the emails will be bounced back to the sender. We're almost done. We will now check how to add more domains. Get back to Bigrock and go to Manage Domain Aliases. Before adding the domain name, make sure the MX records of that domain are exactly the same as shown here. Again, if you've just added the DNS records, it might take some time for Bigrock to verify the changes. Once you add the domain here, you then just need to add that domain to TMail as well. That's it. If you're still not able to get this done, you can head over to the link shown to get help from us.